Welcome to ET Realty Designscape Dialogues. I'm in conversation with three very stylish ladies here, starting off with Riddhi Khosla Jalan, interior designer and design content creator, Raj Studio, Kirti Todeja, founder and designer, and Swati Shivraman, principal architect and storyboard design. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. An absolute pleasure. Starting off with design, let me start off with a very polarizing question. Maximalist or minimalist?
Somewhere in between.
Okay.
No two extremes, but somewhere in the middle.
Okay, all right. That's playing it safe. What about you, Kirti? You want to pick a side?
No, contextual. It is all
Okay,
contextual.
all right. Swati, come on, don't
I'm a
disappoint me.
maximalist.
Okay, excellent.
Someone answered
Okay.
the question.
Yeah, someone took that. Someone took that spot on. But do you think a lot of influences now in design are being dictated by social media? I'll take that to you, Riddhi. You made the switch literally from interior design to social media. What do you think has been the impact of it on design so far?
Well, I certainly hope that what I'm doing is genuinely influencing the industry because then that is homage to my work. But I do think there is a certain amount of influence because there's a lot more awareness in terms of what is available. And that awareness then spuns creativity. I think also someone who knows what's happening in New York also has the same information in Delhi, same information in Punjab, and then the same information in London. So I think there is that movement in design where it's becoming more global, and I think a lot of that attributes to social media.
And what about you, Kirti? Has social media influenced the way you approach design?
Not personally. We good contextual, as I said, but I do agree what she says about the awareness and to reach the people. Fair enough, but in the practice, it's not so much about social media for us as much as it's about learning who the person we are designing for.
And what if the person that you're designing for, Swati, I'll take this to you, they come to you with all these social media references, right? More often than not, do you think they are executable, or what is the kind of aspiration that people have when they draw these references, you feel?
We always have clients starting with Pinterest images. That is the very essence in which they come. But, it is after that how we take and we kind of declutter them, make them understand what is relevant to their space and how we could contextualize that and bring out a kind of an aesthetics that resonates with them and what they're actually looking at, because most of them, they don't know the difference between different styles.
Yeah.
So they just see a Pinterest image and they think this is
Absolutely.
it. So it's really important for us to educate them first and a knowledge transfer as well.
Yeah, it must be so difficult, right? Trying to manage client expectations along with the budget already, that's a fine balance. Then you have to bring in functionality, and now you also have to cater to social media because they want to highlight their homes. Life is now through picture ops. So how do you kind of balance that?
I think we start with understanding exactly what they want, right? And about the budgets, as you said, we reverse work. So first understanding that ballpoint figure, and then you start with, do you want to suggest them an Italian marble or an Indian or a real brass light or a brass looking light? So you reverse work. Then you create your mood boards and you create your styles. Then right before execution, if the client is kind enough to give us that time of planning, we sit down again, review the budgets and segregate all the operations. For example, maybe you could spend more in the rug and not in the light if you really want to have that tactile experience or you interact with the rug more. So I think it's to the client and their understanding of how planning is more important, because a lot of times, because you spend time in 6 months of planning, let's say, and they don't see anything happening on site, they get really anxious as to what's happening because they really want to just start seeing the paint on the walls. But that's not how it happens. So an aware consumer would understand the importance of planning.
Yeah, only a homeowner really wants to watch paint dry, right?
Yeah.
That's the one person who does. Riddhi, you've been somebody who's been an interior designer and then you've completely embraced social media, right?
Yes.
So how do you think social media has changed design, like before and after?
I think social media has changed not just design, but the life of designers as well, because now designers don't need business cards anymore. Their work, their portfolio that's on social media is their business card. You don't need websites anymore. So I think it's changed the life of a lot of designers. And in terms of design, like I said earlier, I think there is a lot more awareness, a lot more understanding of material. But I think there's a lot more awareness with the consumer as well, not just with the designer. So the consumer is a lot more educated on what is available. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I think designers can debate that. But there's definitely a lot more awareness, and there's no two ways about it. Awareness does impact design at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Now, when you are catering to client expectations, do you also make sure that the designs that you do have a part of yourself in them? And if yes, what would that signature element be?
Actually, I always strongly believe that, you are designing for their space. So it's very important for you to impersonate as them and give them what they require. So you need to keep, while your essence or your design, as a designer, you will have your key elements in place, but it's very important for you to come out of that zone and give them finally, they need to be happy.
Yeah.
So, that's very important. So I always believe my clients, it's them who I need to
All right.
resonate with.
And what about you, Kirti?
I would say our role is like a catalyst, right? So you're just facilitating something. I would not say that do this because I would like to be here, because at the end of the day, they are going to use and inhabit that space and interact with it. So you're not off the rack product. You're the darji or the carpenter who would curate it for them, or and figure it out. And your element could be, being that right orchestrator and bringing it together, because you can envision what that light with that rug would look like when they go all over with this chandelier. I love this as well. And then you could understand that. So I think as simple as just being a catalyst to this whole procedure.
All right. And what about you, Riddhi? What is your signature style? What would be your style element, design element that you bring to your work, which is now on social media?
I think my signature style is that I always am very honest and very authentic about what I like and what I don't like. And if I don't like it, I'm just not going to make a reel on it. And I think people trust that and they know that. So I think that's my signature style. I think the way I put the product across is also a signature style, where I always ask a question and then the rest of the video answers it. And I think that comes from a place of having clients where they're constantly asking us questions as designers, and we're perpetually answering them. So it's the same sort of a narrative that I've picked up from my experience as an interior designer and adapted it to social media.
Okay, and when it comes to something that you don't like about design, right? Since you're so outspoken, what would that one thing be?
What I don't like
what
about
you
design?
don't like about design. Yeah.
I don't like things that are too themed.
Oh, I was about to say that.
Yeah, anything, when they take a theme very literally, that's something I don't like. If it's in a slightly more abstract version, or more contextual, like she said, I think I would appreciate that more. But if you want an underwater theme, it doesn't mean that you have to have mermaids on the wall.
Or literally water flowing under you.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
okay.
So, I think that
that's
is a
interesting.
no for me.
So don't take it too literally.
Be
Like,
poetic
poetic.
about it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Play with it.
Just keep it as a basis or a canvas with
Yeah.
which you.
Oh, nice.
Doesn't
Okay.
mean if you're inspired by leaf, you make a leaf and paint it green, There could be so much more you could be inspired from
It's
a
like a
leaf.
school project.
Yeah. Yeah. And what are the ROI on those school projects?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we decided what you guys don't like, what is it that you love? Like, what is an emerging trend that you're absolutely in love with currently? Anyone?
I think the emerging trend that's absolutely bang on is that we are embracing a lot of our old Indian heritage into the design. And for me, that's a very big, it's an inspiration all over again. And it just gives you so much of design clarity, or, it really inspires you in all ways to use them in a more modern context. So that's what really is.
So I do agree with what she was saying. And to add to that, I think there's a modernization of craft that's happened, especially in the last few years, where I think Indians are trying to preserve their heritage, but you need to modernize the craft for it to be appreciated and for people to actually spend money on that. And I think people are wanting that Indian heritage in their home and are not so in awe of what the West is offering anymore. I think we're looking more inwards than we are outwards. So that's a trend I really appreciate. And I hope it's not a trend. I hope it stays for a long time.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Fads and trends. I think that's in our hands, right?
Yes.
Designers.
Yes.
That's really cool, ladies. And if you need somebody to make your house into a home, now you know who to call. Thank you so much for joining us today at
Thank you.
Designscape. An absolute pleasure. And thank you so much for watching. For more such fun conversations, remember to stay tuned to Designscape.